After leaving her father's home, Elizabeth found herself living in a pattern that many young women in Los Angeles knew well, moving between short-term rentals, cheap hotel rooms and shared apartments. When the rent became too much, she would pack her belongings into a small suitcase and head somewhere new. Her network of friends was wide but shallow. Bartenders, waitresses, servicemen passing through a handful of aspiring actors like herself. She was rarely alone, but she was often lonely. One of the men she grew close to was Lieutenant Gordon Fickling, a young Army Air Corps officer. They wrote letters back and forth for months. She signed them Beth and often filled them with details about her days in the city. Her tone in the letters revealed a mix of optimism and restlessness. She spoke about the small victories like getting a new dress or attending a film premiere, and the disappointments of jobs falling through. Fickling recalled years later that she had a way of making even ordinary moments sound like part of a bigger adventure. But he also sensed she was always searching for something she couldn't quite name. By 1946, the war was over and many servicemen returned home. Some married sweethearts. Others left behind wartime romances that faded quickly. Elizabeth kept drifting. She spent some time in San Diego staying with a friend named Dorothy French, who found her sleeping in the movie theater where Dorothy worked. Elizabeth explained she had nowhere else to go, so Dorothy offered her a place to stay for a few weeks. Weeks turned into months. Dorothy described her as polite, soft-spoken and neat, but also noted that she stayed out late most nights and rarely spoke about where she went. It was during this period that she earned the nickname Black Dahlia. The name came from the film The Blue Dahlia, which had been released the year before, starring Alan Ladd and Veronica Lake. It was a noir thriller involving crime and betrayal. The black part of her nickname was a nod to her preference for black clothing, sheer dresses, and tailored black suits. That set her apart in public. Her striking look and mysterious aura fed into the urban legend. She was both approachable and untouchable, a paradox that drew attention everywhere she went. Despite her carefully crafted image, her life behind the scenes was unstable. She had no steady job and often relied on the generosity of men she met for dinner's rides or help with rent. Some of these connections were harmless, fleeting acquaintances. Others may have been dangerous, though at the time she didn't see them that way. She trusted easily, perhaps too easily, and the city was full of people who were willing to take advantage of someone like her.